Back in 1993, the world was grooving to TLC, and at the heart of their creative fire was Lisa "Left Eye" Lopes. She was a rising star, a rapper with a unique style and infectious energy. That same year, she crossed paths with another Atlanta icon, Falcons wide receiver Andre Rison. They met at a club, and the connection was instant. A chart-topping musician and a high-profile NFL player, it was a true power couple in the making. But from the very beginning, their passionate romance was also incredibly volatile. It was an on-again, off-again roller coaster, a dynamic possibly fueled by their own difficult upbringings. Friends and family saw the intensity, a glamorous but combustible pairing that would soon make headlines for all the wrong reasons. Friends and witnesses described a relationship plagued by frequent violent arguments. In September 1993, just months after they met, a public incident reportedly occurred where Rison struck Lopes and even fired a handgun in the air when people tried to intervene. Later, in her own words, Lisa revealed the extent of the turmoil, claiming that Andre was often physically and emotionally abusive. She described one night where he had beaten her, and that the anger she felt from these moments was building up inside her. Her lawyer even told the press that Lisa was living in fear of her life. For his part, Andre Rison strongly denied these claims. In later interviews, he admitted to being jealous, but insisted he wasn't the violent man he was made out to be. Their relationship was a paradox. They loved each other deeply, yet their bond was described by Lisa's own sister as violent, a destructive pattern she felt was inherited from her family background. The simmering conflict finally boiled over on the night of June 8, 1994. The couple had another massive fight. Accounts vary, but the story goes that Rison returned to their shared Alpharetta mansion at dawn after a night out, only to find a drunk and furious Lisa waiting for him. One story claims she was enraged that he had bought himself new sneakers but hadn't gotten any for her. When he tried to calm her down, the situation escalated, and he reportedly slapped her and pinned her to the bed before leaving the house to cool off at a friend's place. Alone and overwhelmed with frustration, Lisa's anger took a destructive turn. She went to the upstairs bathroom, lit a piece of cardboard on fire, and placed it in their large whirlpool tub. Other reports say she set fire to his new sneakers in a shoebox. Whatever the spark, the result was catastrophic. Within minutes, the entire multi-million-dollar mansion was engulfed. But even as the inferno grew, Lisa's rage wasn't spent. She allegedly went outside and began smashing the windshields of Rison's expensive cars parked in the driveway. The house and a chapter of their lives was turning to ash. The next day, the smoldering ruins of Andre Rison's mansion were front-page news. On June 10, 1994, Lisa Lopes turned herself in to the police. She was charged with felony arson and released on a $75,000 bail. In a surprising twist, it was Andre Rison who paid her bail, publicly standing by her despite losing his home. In court, Lisa pleaded guilty to what her team called the arson accident. She avoided prison time but was sentenced to 5 years of probation, a $10,000 fine, and was ordered to attend therapy and a rehab program. The incident was officially framed after a fight. Lopes set fire to Rison's sneakers in a bathtub, which spread and ultimately destroyed the home. Rison, returning to find his mansion in ashes, later told reporters his primary concern wasn't the property. He said, "When I saw the house, I wasn't thinking about that house." I was worried about me and my lady staying together. It was a stunning declaration of love amidst the chaos and destruction. The story of a pop star burning down her football star boyfriend's house created a media frenzy. It became one of the most talked about pop culture scandals of the 90s, dominating tabloids and news cycles. The drama was so huge, it was only briefly overshadowed by the O.J. Simpson case, which broke that very same week. The incident became permanently etched in pop culture history. It was referenced in TV shows for years to come, like a character on Netflix's Russian Doll casually joking, "She burned down that guy's house." Even TLC's own music seemed to echo the event. Their iconic 1995 hit, Waterfalls, featured a powerful rap verse from Lisa about realizing a dream of a tragic scene and seeing fire in the rage of crying eyes, imagery that felt deeply personal. Public reaction was split. Some saw Lisa as a woman pushed to her limits by abuse, while others condemned her destructive act. The scandal opened up a wider conversation about domestic violence in celebrity relationships. Through it all, the mansion fire became an unforgettable part of 90s lore, a story of passion and pain that was just too wild to be forgotten. Incredibly, the fire didn't end their relationship. In fact, after the legal storm settled, Lisa and Andre reconciled. He forgave her, and they rekindled their romance, proving their bond was as resilient as it was volatile. They were reportedly living together again in the late 1990s and even got engaged. At one point, there were plans for them to marry in 1995, after the release of TLC's blockbuster album, Crazy Sexy Cool. Their signature ups and downs continued, with wedding rumors swirling and then fading, but Rison consistently and publicly supported her. Lisa, in turn, funneled her turmoil into her art. Crazy Sexy Cool, produced in the months following the fire, featured some of her most introspective and powerful work. However, the incident cast a long shadow over her public image. No matter how many records TLC sold, interviewers would always ask about the fire, and the crazy label stuck. As she later admitted, she regretted the outcome, saying, "I started a small fire, but I didn't expect to burn down a whole house." In the years that followed, both Lisa and Andre opened up about that fateful night. In the documentary, The Last Days of Left Eye, filmed shortly before her tragic death, she spoke about her struggles with alcohol and the impact of her abusive family history, hinting that the fire felt like a terrible accident she deeply regretted. After Lisa passed away in 2002, Andre Rison gave a rare interview where he reflected on their relationship. He insisted he was never the monster the media portrayed. He admitted to jealousy but denied being uncontrollably violent, even suggesting that Lisa was often the one who initiated their physical fights. He felt the media had juiced up the story for dramatic effect. He described Lisa as the great love of his life, a spiritual bond that he felt continued even after her death. Her bandmate T-Boz also remembered the ordeal as something that deeply scarred Lisa, but emphasized that the members of TLC were family and they moved forward together. Lisa's sister, Raindrop, confirmed the family knew the relationship was violent on both sides. The story of the fire remains a defining chapter in the lives of both Lisa Lopes and Andre Rison. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dark side of fame, the destructive power of passion, and the heavy toll of personal demons. The incident lives on in documentaries, retrospectives, and the lyrics of TLC. The Lifetime series Hopelessly in Love revisited their saga, offering new perspectives from Rison and Lisa's family. Legally, the consequences ended with Lisa's probation, but socially, it forever branded them. Lisa could never fully shake the image of the woman who burned down a mansion, and Rison's incredible football career became permanently linked to this off-field scandal. They loved each other intensely, but could never find lasting peace. They never married, and Lisa's life was cut short in 2002. The fire stands as a vivid, fiery climax to their story, a literal and figurative reminder of how their volatile love went up in flames. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.